Welcome back. So it's been about 2.5 years since we moved into this house, and maybe 2 and a bit years since we filmed our first house tour. And we thought it'd be fun to show you around the house and where it's at after all that time and the renovations we've done. You may have been watching along in that period. You may have seen all these renovations. I've got a full playlist documenting all of them, including all the makeovers. But if you haven't and you did watch our first video, then you can see it all in one go, and hopefully in a couple of years from now we can do this again. This is a farmhouse in Cornwall, West Cornwall, and it is a Georgian house. It's beautiful, very perfect for us, and I think it's going to be our forever home. We haven't done anything in the hallway because this is going to be our last project, except we have ended up with some holes in the walls from some electric work. Not ideal, but that's part of renovating. So let's move into the kitchen where we have done most of the renovating. So here it is, our dream kitchen. It is quite a dark day. I apologise for that. I don't know whether it was, I imagine it was probably a really glowing day on the time that we filmed our first tour video. But this kitchen we did a huge renovation of. We kept the old kitchen units, but we changed the worktops. We added a built-in fridge, built-in freezer, and we added in some cabinets on this side of the kitchen for extra storage. We are so happy with the result because it just feels a bit brighter in here. It feels a bit cleaner, and I love the colour. It's so calming, and this is just my dream kitchen. We were so lucky that when we bought this house that it already had an Aga, and it had this amazing wooden kitchen. We pretty much kept everything. We just sort of amped everything up a bit and made it more convenient for us. So for example, we added a hob onto the work surface. This was granite, but it was really dark. So we've gone for white quartz. I think it's Carrara quartz, just to brighten everything. And everything is in Lick Green 09, I think. Such a beautiful colour. And then we've got these new handles and everything. And this, I love this. It's just like my favourite thing in this kitchen. These were pots that my mum gave me ages ago, and they just look beautiful. I definitely don't cook with them, but they look lovely. Our Aga is amazing. It just feels like such a luxury to have one, and I love cooking on it. It's just amazing, 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 amazing. This side of the kitchen, we've added in lots of storage because a lot of our job is creating recipes online, and I knew I wanted an extra pantry, and this pantry is amazing. Again, amazing. I feel like that's going to be the buzzword of today's video. But we've got our coffee machine in here, microwave, all of our vegetables, store cupboard stuff, and it's really, really helpful to keep everything in one place. I'm going to be honest about renovations here. There's been a few hiccups, like these doors have not lasted, and we're going to have to replace them, even though it's only been a year since we put them in, because they are all warped, which not ideal, but these things happen, and I want to be honest about that kind of thing with renovations. We've got our wood burner, which is struggling a little bit at the minute because we haven't put any more wood on there. These had to all be replaced. They weren't in working order when we moved in, and we've had this stone repointed. I absolutely love having a fireplace in the kitchen. It's just the dream. This window seat is my favourite spot in the house. I spend so much time here. I have breakfast here. I write my to-do lists here. I have lunch here. I chat to Alex and annoy him. It's so comfy and cozy. And as you can see, I've got all my cookbooks because I've been doing a lot of reading to just research basically recipes. And you can probably see a little bit outside of our current renovation project that's been put on hold, this patio, which is not finished. We renovated the floors in here too. I stripped them back, got all the varnish off, and now they're a beautiful warm pine colour because they've just got oil on them, which I much prefer. I also painted this dresser in, I think it's Lick Green 02. Love this colour so much. I was really nervous about painting this colour, but I love it. And it's got all of our favourite things, including the microphone bag. And yeah, loads of storage, but I don't want to go on too much about the kitchen. So let's move into the living room, which we also renovated. I'm very excited for when we get time to do this hallway because it is a bit of a mess. But come into our living room. This has changed a lot. We did this renovation last Christmas. What, can you see yourself somewhere? Can you see mine? Yeah. This is our television, by the way. Yeah, it's changed a lot. It's really cozy. Roxy's coming to join us on the sofa. We had to change our furniture because it's a very narrow room and I love the way it is in here now. It feels so cozy and it looks lovely. So we've got a narrower sofa and that's from Sofa, is that right? Yeah. And then these beautiful armchairs are from Etsy and I love them. Every time I look in the room, I love the combination of these curtains with these armchairs. I got this fabric from True Fabric and I love having this ottoman in the middle. It just feels much more spacious. A lot of our furniture in this house is from Facebook Marketplace, like this rug is from Facebook, this table, that table. Basically every accessory is from Facebook Marketplace, including the piano. There's just so much stuff that we like to get secondhand. And I would have loved to have got furniture in here secondhand, but that's a little bit more tricky, like sofas. Our television is a huge Samsung frame, which we got this frame from eBay. I know it's not to everybody's taste to have a fireplace, a TV above the fireplace, but it's a living room. It's what we do in here. We watch television and we relax by the fire. So if we're going to have a TV, I wanted it to be hidden and I absolutely love it. In fact, why is it not on? Look, this is the whole point, is that it's not supposed to look like a black box. It's supposed to look like this, so rewind. No. It looks like a painting and you can change the paintings, which is great. And I love that it's surrounded by our bookcases, which we painted in the same colour as the dresser in the kitchen. It's Lick's Green 02. We've got these lovely lights on the wall, which we added. I think those are from Pookie Lights. This mirror, which I got in an antique shop in Truro. We have our piano here. This was a wedding gift present from my sister and brother-in-law and I love it. We just need to hang it a little bit lower. There are definitely things we want to do, like we want to hang this mirror lower and that lower because we just stuck them up on the hooks that were already there. In this corner we've got more sort of old paintings. I've never bought paintings new really, they're all just from secondhand shops. This is a really neat piece of furniture. It was from Facebook and it opens out to like a little games table, but it was so affordable and it's so beautiful. This corner used to have a bookcase, but it just felt impractical, so we removed it and then painted everything in, it was a Farrow and Bull colour. Slipper satin? I think that was what it was. We've changed all the windows, I forgot to mention. That was one of the big renovations we did at the house. We loved the windows before, they were beautiful original Georgian and Victorian windows, but they weren't functional. They were very cold, there's lots of condensation. I could predict that a damp issue would start to happen if we didn't take good care of them. And we went for new double glazed windows, which are gorgeous because they look like, can you see them in the video? They look like original windows, but they are functional. So we can open them and they keep us warm. All the rope systems work. Before, half of the windows didn't open, you had to prop them up. And we spoke to a few people about restoring them versus putting new ones in. And just for us, the best option was to put new ones in. and we really are happy with that decision. We also got this lovely new radiator, which we want to do in the rest of the house eventually, because it's very old-fashioned, fits the house, and it looks gorgeous. So if you follow me outside, I'm going to show you something brand new that was not here in the previous video. Ignore this patio for a second, I'll talk about that in a minute, but come with me. So round here, this used to be a garage. It was all overgrown, you wouldn't have even seen it from this side, but we've made this into an extra living space. We're just yet to add the steps. And welcome to our garage conversion. This was a damp, leaking garage that was collapsing. Originally, we were planning on just making it good, sorting out the roof and turning it into a usable garage. And then as things happened, we were like, hold on, why don't we actually renovate this and make this an extra living space? Because realistically, a garage would just become a dumping ground. For us, it wasn't a practical use of space. But this very much is, because like I mentioned, the living room inside is quite small, and we do have a big family that we want to host at Christmas, and we want to hang out with our friends and watch movies, and it just gives us that space. So it was just such a great option for us. Ignore the lights hanging around. We put those up for Halloween, and we just figured we'd leave them up for Christmas, because why not? Shall I switch them on? Look, they're very colourful. Woo! So they're going to stay there for Christmas. Here we have an amazing armchair, which is from DFS. It's vegan leather, which is super cool, and I think it looks like real leather. It's very comfortable. We've got a similar radiator to the one inside from the same company, except this is an electric one. We're just yet to set it up because we got it in the summer. But once it's set up, it will work just like a normal radiator. These lights are from Jim Lawrence, and I feel like they make the room because it just adds character, because it is a new space. And then on the wall, I think that this is Egyptian cotton by Dulux, and it's on the tongue and groove paneling. This did save money if you're renovating. Rather than plastering in here, we did tongue and groove paneling, and then the roof is just boarded, because it just saves an extra cost, and I think it looks rustic and really suits the vibe in here. We've got these built-in shelves, because originally this would have been a cow shed, and there were these huge granite slabs basically to support this barn, and those were gaps in between. So we thought we'd keep that for usable space, and it worked really well because we've got our projector screen over here. This sofa is from Habio. They call it the most sustainable sofa in the world because it's completely vegan. They use recycled materials. They're amazing about in the future down the line as well, that if you want to recycle your sofa, they'll do that for you if it, has reached the end of its life. But everything that they stand for is ethical, sustainable, and it really just ticked all the boxes for us. So I absolutely love it. And the cool thing is that everything comes apart. So you can set it up how you like. It's a modular sofa, and you can add and take away bits. This little thing is from Facebook. It's a nice little, what do you call it? Trunk, that's the word. And then over here is our Peloton. I haven't used this recently, but Alex uses this all the time. We wanted this to be a functional space, like I said, as much as it doesn't really fit the aesthetic. This is a house, so I love the fact that we've got Peloton in here. It's a nice place to come to, and it's a place that you can exercise. There's even space here to do workouts in. And then over here, this is going to kind of become our bar. We've got some drinks in here, but I'm going to organise it before Christmas so that we can all have drinks in here, and I'd love one day to put a mini fridge in there. And then the main event is our projector screen and also this wall, but I'll talk about this wall in a second. We wanted to have a projector screen because we had one in our old house. When we thought about changing this room, we immediately knew that this had to be a place for a projector screen, and we actually modelled the whole room around it basically. It's kind of why all the furniture is on one side, but we have lovely cosy film nights in here, and I'm just so happy and pleased with how it turned out because you can just pop it away and pull it down. I'm definitely thinking we should do something about this down here though. Alex put this and said, we'll see how it goes, but I hate the way it looks. So I really want to add some kind of cabinet to put that soundbar on. This wall is the original granite wall that we just obviously rendered and then painted. And I love it because it keeps the character in here, makes me remember what this room once was. And I just love this sort of style of wall in old houses. It feels very Cornish and it's beautiful. Quick mention of the carpet. We also went for a recycled plastic carpet, which is really, really cool. I've forgotten the name of the carpet brand, but I'll link it down below. And then these doors were the same company that did our windows inside, and they kind of match. They look gorgeous, and I love that we went for a traditional style. Here's Roxy wanting to come inside. Hello. I'm loving that we went for a traditional style because for a while we were considering going for something modern, but I think it really looks lovely from the outside. Here you can see our patio renovation. That is kind of in the middle. We started it in the summer. There were some delays, and so we're just pausing now and probably won't start again until spring. And I just wanted to share it because there are so many renovations that go a bit wrong and they take more time, they take more money, and that's the reality of renovating a home. And this has definitely been one of those projects that has had its issues along the way. So we're pausing it, we're kind of figuring out our budget, figuring out what we want to do and making a bit more of a plan, and eventually that will be done, which will be so exciting. We've got all the limestone over there and I'm really looking forward to this space transform. This is our utility room. It hasn't been renovated, so come on in. This is where we feed the animals, do the washing, the boiler's in here. There's also a downstairs loo if you come round. So we've got the downstairs loo, all of our muddy boots, etc. This is also a shower which doubles as recycling because we are big on recycling. We recycle everything, like crisp packets, everything. But this is going to be a big project. So my vision for this room is sort out this boiler because it's very old, and I love this. It's just like the sort of stone in the kitchen. So I'm thinking hide the boiler in here with a smaller boiler, maybe have a curtain or something. If any of you got any bright ideas, I'm even thinking getting a carpenter to build a cupboard in that space so it's sort of closed off and paint it like a fun colour, and then just redo this area so it's a bit, you know, a bit nicer, and then basically separate the downstairs loo from the utility. So build a wall here so you wouldn't see me, and then have a door from the hallway or a pocket door. You can have like a sliding door, but we don't need a shower downstairs. So a really fun project for the future, and it does for now. It's probably gonna be one of the last things that we do. And now come on upstairs to the bedrooms. This hallway obviously isn't done. It again will be, I imagine we'll do the hallway, downstairs, upstairs and the utility all at the same time. The last thing I want to add moulding, maybe some panelling, maybe paint it a fun colour or wallpaper, so many options. This is our bedroom. I'll show you in this bedroom next because we've actually done this room. This room we've done absolutely nothing to. So it potentially looks the same as the last video. Yeah, it's exactly the same. The only thing that's changed is the window and maybe the TV. Was the TV here? We still have lovely holes in the wall, which is something that I actually want to do even if we're not renovating this room, because it is a bit of an eyesore. And I do have this habit with house renovations where I do a bit of all or nothing. I kind of leave the rooms looking horrendous until we properly do them. But I imagine we'll do this room hopefully maybe at the start of next year, I'm thinking, because I want to renovate the spare bedroom before Christmas, and then I think this can be our next project. This is an example of a bedroom that we have renovated. We painted this room in Barrow & Ball's setting plaster. It's such a gorgeous pink because it's pink but it's not in your face and it feels very natural. And then we've accented it with lovely greens. So this wardrobe we bought from our old house, and it's in, I think it's in French grey by Barrow & Ball, and it just works so beautifully. We did this last spring. Did we do this in the summer or the spring? We did this year at some point, and we added in the cornice at the top, which was wibbly wobbly, had to get the builders to help us with that, but it looks lovely. We also added in this ceiling rose and this vintage chandelier, which is so cute, and lots of fluffy pillows, patterns, this amazing old chest from Facebook Marketplace. All of this is from Facebook Marketplace. The lights are from Pookie, and these lovely illustrations we had in our old house, and this is from Botanical Atelier in Falmouth. These are her prints, so they're absolutely beautiful. These curtains are kind of temporary. We got these from Next, but I really want to have ones made that reach the floor because it's a bit of a pet hate when they don't go all the way to the ground. I love the print though, but we are thinking of getting some made kind of similar to the ones downstairs that are more like blackout thermal curtains for the winter. We also painted our radiator in the same colour as the wall. We are eventually going to change all the radiators so they're all traditional, and we're also going to change the carpets because they are quite stained, and no matter how much you hoover them, they always look dirty. And then if you come through here, this is our bathroom. Which potentially will be our next reno project. No, I lie. The spare bedroom is going to be our next reno project, but in the new year, I think we're going to book in to get this bathroom done. This bathroom is gorgeous. We love how it looks, but there are a few practical issues, which I have shared with my audience before. There's some sort of wibbly wobbliness in the tiles, and you can see in this corner how the tiles aren't really very finished. There's a big hole behind the bath, and we have had some leaks. So we want to basically strip the bathroom and then put a new one in and see if there's any issues with the joists or any rotting or any sort of damp problems. And that will be peace of mind that the bathroom is basically waterproof, because I'm a bit worried that it isn't currently. But it does look gorgeous and I absolutely love this bathroom. It's so pretty. Stay tuned because I think we're going to renovate this in the new year, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then come through here actually, because this is the room that is a bit meh. And ignore my protein shake from this morning. This room has become, as you can tell, a bit of a dumping ground. This is all of our bathroom stuff. So this is all from Burlington, and it's lived in here for a while because we were going to do the bathroom and then various things happened and then we didn't end up doing it. So it's been sat in our house, and I feel like any of you who've been renovating probably can relate that you have some furniture or fixtures and fittings knocking about in the house that you are yet to actually do anything with. Eventually it will probably become a kid's bedroom or a spare bedroom, but we have these amazing wardrobes if we switch places, which provide a lot of storage. These were, I think, IKEA ones that were here when we moved in. I'm thinking of either doing a sort of DIY project to make them look a bit more built in, or starting from scratch, because we do have a bit of an issue with damp inside. My shoes are going mouldy. It might be to do with the repointing. We've got a whole lot of stuff to do on the outside of the house. We need to sort the gutters and the repointing because we're having a bit of damp issues, but that will be next year or the year after. This room is probably the least pretty room. It's just kind of a practical use of space. However, I did get this amazing dressing table recently from Facebook. How gorgeous is this? And this has just made my mornings lovely. This bedroom is our next project. We're doing this in December. So when you're watching this, we're doing this literally, probably maybe in the next video, you might see us renovating this room. This is our spare bedroom, and it also has an ensuite, but I'll show you that in a second. Please let me know what your thoughts are about what we should do in here. I'm thinking of painting it a green colour and then having beautiful, colourful curtains. The jury is out on whether we will get those curtains before Christmas, but we'll at least order them. We've got holes to fill in this room. There's some hooks where pictures were, but that will all be in that project. Nothing is as we want it. It's just like stuff that we owned, and it's a great spare bedroom. It's quite pretty. We've got this nice bed from Loaf, lovely bedding. I was thinking of maybe using this as inspiration, but I'm not entirely sure because this is a north-facing room where the blue would be the best because it might be a bit cold. So I'm thinking maybe in our bedroom. Roxy, she just barged her way in. I'm considering using those colours for our bedroom. But yeah, you'll see that hopefully in the next few videos. I'm gonna paint, put new light in, make it really cozy, get some soft furnishings, and fingers crossed get some curtains put in. I'll quickly show you the ensuite. So we have a cute little ensuite in here, which actually I think in the first house tour we didn't show because it had like mattresses. It had like duvets and stuff in there, I'm pretty sure. But this was put in really recently. This was put in by the previous owners. But we are going to change this one day just to be more our style. Also, you can see the sinks kind of coming apart, and there were quite a few leaking issues when we first moved. So we want to make sure that that room is, yeah, leak proof, and I want to do something fun, like maybe tile it in a really fun tile because it is a small space. But that's basically it. So I hope you enjoyed this house tour, and make sure to subscribe because there's lots of fun renovations to come. And go check out my playlist with all the renovations that we have done so far. I'm so excited for the projects that are coming up and to finish lots of the stuff inside as well as outside. And I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video for another episode of Vlogmas. You thought the video was over, but it's not, because we have today's giveaway from the office, which is another space in the house which we didn't really share in last year's house tour because I didn't want it to be too long. But this is our office. So I'll let you know what the giveaway is in a second, but let me just show you it very, very quickly. We've got a little kitchenette in here, got a little Roxy on the sofa bed. We've got my desk, Tom's desk, Alex's desk, and then if you come through here, we do also have a little bathroom in here, which is quite cute. Wait, that's not the light, is it?
Nope.
Here we go. Nice little bathroom. So I think this used to be essentially like an Airbnb. And eventually we're going to do definitely going to do a makeover in here. I want to get rid of the ceiling and make it like a vaulted ceiling and clad it and make it all fun. But today's giveaway for Vlogmas, if you didn't know I'm doing a giveaway every day of Vlogmas, today's winning is £200 gift voucher with John Lewis. So if you are renovating a home, you can go grab those things that you've been after. I don't know, whatever you want to spend it on. You don't even have to spend it on home stuff, but that's kind of my thought process with this giveaway. So all you have to do to enter is subscribe to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and for a bonus entry, follow me on Instagram and TikTok and give this video a share. So all of them will count. I'll be looking on every social media platform to select the winners every day. Good luck, and make sure you don't fall for any scams. I'm the only person who will ever contact you, and I'm not going to ask for anyone's bank details or anything. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next video, and good luck.